Hey faithful people, it's your girl Christelle by Betsy, and welcome back to another episode of Girl Talk. So I'm here with my high school girls. They're gonna tell you their names again and their IG.
My name is Destiny and my IG is Ludia Destiny.
My name is Felicia and my IG is Belle Bear.
My name is Nyla and my IG is dopest.9.
Okay, so now that we got that situated, I'm just gonna jump right into the questions. Okay, the first question is gonna be about purity. So who taught you about purity? Like, what does that mean to you? What does that word mean to you?
I feel like nobody teaches you this.
But I know, when I think of the word purity, I just automatically think of like a purity ring or something, because you guys had one, so I knew that I always wanted one. But at the time, knowing I always wanted one, I didn't know why I always wanted one, just because you guys had it. But then in church, we spoke about purity. I knew purity, the word came up over and over, and but I feel like I had to learn that for myself and really understand that for myself.
So nobody taught it to you?
No, I heard the word.
Yeah. Nobody talks about it, honestly.
So what idea do you have of purity then? If nobody talks about
the virgins of the Bible.
The virgins. Virgin Mary. Okay. How about you, Nayu?
I don't really know.
I'm trying to think. If nobody taught it to you, how do you know what purity means? You just picked it up.
I heard
it's easy.
Some things just make sense.
Yeah.
And I heard of not having sex before marriage.
Yeah.
So I just was okay. I just put those words together. I was okay, that's what purity means.
Yeah. And I seen you
I
guys
remember
see with rings and stuff, and stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember how I first learned about purity.
So, do you think how you know about purity, even though you weren't taught, do you think the guys in our church, or just guys in general, do you think they have an idea of purity as well?
I feel like since it's not really explained to us, the girls, they kind of know it already, But the boys, you know how it's different for them. They know it, but they excuse it anyways because nobody's holding them accountable as much as they are for the girls. So they just kind of I feel like they just brush it off, and it's easier for them to do whatever they please.
Wow.
I feel like we also if we hear about it, we are more interested to know about it.
Yeah.
More than guys. I feel like if they hear it oh, don't do this, don't have sex before marriage. I don't know. I feel like females' mind are more mature and want to understand it more than males.
You just used the word females and males, but I'm gonna let that slide.
Huh?
We moving on to the
Wait,
next question. You use the words females and males.
Females and males?
Yeah.
That's girls.
I understand. You gotta watch my last Girl Talk. Next. All right, so let's talk about sex ed or health class that you have in school. Did all of your schools do that?
Yes. It was so awkward. It was horrible.
When did you do it? It was
freshman year.
Freshman year.
Because they was teaching it to us before, but freshman year was when they were going more in depth. They were showing us diagrams and everything. I was disgusted.
I would not. I don't know if I don't remember.
And the kids in my school were so immature. It was just laughing and stuff. Yep. I can't.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you learn? What did they teach in school?
They taught you the different what it's called, where it is. You would have to draw it, and they also taught you different contraceptives as well.
Okay. So, but they didn't talk about abstinence.
They did.
They mentioned
it.
They
did.
They probably did. But I don't think they touched as much on it because I don't remember.
I remember really precisely the benefits and the benefits of abstinence and what's the opposite of that? And the disadvantages, you know, you would have to draw and label it.
They talked about it being a preventative from being from getting pregnant. So it was one of the preventative.
We would have to think for ourselves what are the benefits? Okay, say if you accidentally you have a baby, that's money that you have to the consequences of the actions.
But they focused more clearly because of school they focus more on the physical
Yeah.
consequences and physical advantages. But have you heard of abstinence in the church? Because you didn't hear about purity.
No, I actually didn't.
Wow.
I feel like I've heard of it kind of from like you guys, like
Yeah.
university.
Yeah. For real.
Basically.
I mean, that's something, but it's not as good as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how about masturbation?
Nobody talks about
I've heard now.
That's,
You know
that's
what?
so true.
Recently, I've been
Wait,
hearing
did
a
they
lot.
talk about it in your classes though?
In my classes? No,
Okay, it might be a plus, but go ahead.
they haven't. But like recently, like church-wise, I've been hearing it a lot. But like when I was younger, I don't think I heard it as much as like now. But like now, they don't really talk about what it is. They're just like, "Professor, don't do this, don't do
Yes.
that."
I've never
But it's
heard
like,
of it at all,
what is
actually.
that? What is that?
Like growing up, my parents never talked about it. The first time I heard it was like
My parents
in
never
sixth
talked
grade,
about
and that's
it.
like
Mhm.
mad young.
Mhm.
That's so true.
Yeah, I think
I think mommy talked about it before.
not with me at all. Not with me. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. So I just want to.
I actually, you know, it's funny. This is not actually. It's very like
I can cut it.
But like when I had Googled it because like I had dealt with that. I had my share of dealing with that. So I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? So I Googled it and I found out what it was. And I'm like, oh, there's a word for this. And that's how I actually.
Wow.
heard it.
Yeah, like my mother really had like I only hear like heard it like during school, like, and I was in middle school too. Like it's crazy. Like I was young and then everybody just talking about it. I was like, whoa, like
Like, what is this?
yeah, what is this? Yeah.
I heard of it once. It was like, oh, he's doing this and that. I was like, what even is that? They laughed at me when I said that.
Wow.
They laughed at me. But like sixth grade, what are you doing? What
Yeah.
business do you have like doing stuff like that?
And it's crazy because like we was so young, and then these kids talking about it. I'm like, I'm just like, wow.
But do you think it would have been helpful if somebody did tell you about it instead of like you having to Google it and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How so?
Because like if you're not told about it, then that's how you start. You stumble into some things, and
Yeah.
then you don't even know what you're doing. You don't know it's a sin, this and that,
Mhm.
and the next thing you know, you're stuck. So it's like,
Yeah.
where do you go from there?
That's true. Yeah, what she said.
Yeah, it would have helped a lot. Cause like I would know what I was doing. I know what that was, like why I shouldn't do that. Like I would be
It's-
more informed of that topic.
It's like right now, this is like the time, like right now when I'm hearing about this stuff.
Same.
Yeah, it's like right now.
Wow.
It's so weird because we're done grown up. It's
And
like,
then now they tell
Yeah,
us
you're
this.
now-
We already
we
like
done
heard
had
about it during
experienced that,
school,
heard about
like,
it,
Yeah,
like,
so it's just like
it's
now you
useless
talking
now,
about it,
yeah.
just like yeah, like
It just kind of goes into like the
like
trash kind of
Mhm.
because
Like,
all of your
done.
thoughts about it were already formed.
Right.
mhm.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So how do you avoid so now that you know about masturbation, you know that it's a form of sexual immorality.
Mhm.
Do you know what sexual immorality is? Just like anything sexual
Yeah.
outside of marriage. How do you avoid all that stuff? Because there's more than just masturbation. There's other stuff that go under sexual immorality, like watching porn or anything, like anything in that caliber. How do you avoid those things?
you have to be in your word and you have to pray.
Yeah.
Like you have to really be with God.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it is like what you're watching and what you're listening to as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because like the shows are ridiculous. It's getting like even worse. Like
Yes.
there's stuff that we shouldn't be seeing that's
At
being
this
recorded.
age, like,
yeah.
And they got
It's
nerve
being
to say
applauded.
PG-13. I
Yeah.
feel like, oh my
This is
god.
like, oh, are you watching this? You watching this? And, like,
PG-21. Like, because ain't no way. Like, like.
And for me personally, it's like music too.
Mhm.
Because like I can't let go of like the rap, the trap. Like,
Yeah.
that's my stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I be hype.
And it's
But,
No,
like,
you
when
know
listen
what's
to what they're
crazy?
saying, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's horrible.
and like parents like I don't want to put nobody on blast, but like parents like they expose their kids, especially if they're not Christian, like they're exposing their kids to a lot of music
Mhm.
and stuff like at a young age, like babies listening to stuff talking about sex, talking about drugs, like what do you think they're learning? Like,
Yeah.
what are they? They're absorbing stuff now. So like, that's
I've been
crazy.
seeing that on social media. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing to your
And this
children.
generation right now, like, it's so much like young kids like they acting like they grown, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like
And
this
then
is
there's
crazy.
TikTok.
Yeah,
I be on TikTok like she's
Yes.
mouthing these. I'm like, bro.
It's crazy.
So where are her parents? Like,
You know, like the funny thing is, it's just crazy because it's like young kids and they siblings. You know, I seen this like she was like 5 years old, and this girl putting lashes on her sister, like makeup, edges, makeup, but like, whoa, like lashes
like,
long,
if you're-
eyebrows did. I'm just like,
Like if your older siblings don't know like Christ and they're like going their own way, they already learned what they learned. So it's like, all right, now it's time to teach my younger sibling.
yeah.
So like they don't know no better. They're teaching their younger siblings. They're gonna grow up the same way. Like,
And
that's so
sometimes
sad.
they even think they're helping them too because
Right.
it's like I'm teaching her something.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I learned this, so let me just teach her this, so she don't have to go job.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like, so you avoided. I don't know if anybody actually answered the question.
Oh,
You
for-
avoided by music and like what you watch.
What she said, what you watch,
Yeah.
music, what you watch, praying,
Mhm.
reading the word.
But how about who you follow, like on social media
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like
That
that?
goes for
Yeah.
watching,
Yeah.
like seeing stuff. Who you
Everything
follow.
that you see.
Because listen, like you can
I'm
see,
like, no, what if like
Not-
you just see it, like you walk in and there's like a bus that's driving by and it's
No.
like a
Oh,
Like,
you know
lady
what, I
in the
see,
watched
it's so
something.
easy to imitate it though, because like you see these rappers and they doing their thing, and then next thing you know, 2 seconds later, you all like, you know, do all that crazy stuff too. It's crazy how it transfers so quick.
It's like you see
Yes.
something. I was just watching a Michael Todd, like he was talking about, what was it, attraction or something? It was something. He did a sermon on it, like attraction, like you notice things first. Like just like who was it? David, who noticed Bathsheba.
Yeah.
He noticed it first, but it's what he did after he noticed it, because he noticed it. Like you can see this, but it's like, what do you do after you see it? You can pray about it. God, cover my eyes. I just seen this. Like, but the fact that you take it further, that's when the sin happens. That's when
Yeah.
you go deeper into sin, because you do what you see, or you like take what you see. That's when that's what causes sin.
That happened to me like actually recently. I was watching some show that everybody was like, "Oh yeah, watch it." And I think it has Zendaya in it or something.
Euphoria.
Yeah, and I could not. I was like, bro, how? Mind you, the people who told me to watch it is like young people. So I'm thinking like, how is this being watched by them? Because I can't sit through it. Like I really can't. I was just so. And what's crazy, I'm like, catch me at a younger age, I probably would have watched this. Which means I have probably watched similar things before. Which means it's probably in my memory, in the back of my mind, and it probably comes into play like when I pick my clothes out or stuff like that, and I'm unaware of it. It's so weird. It'd be like subconscious. It's weird, but
Like, that's
yes.
why you really have to renew your mind, because you really don't know what's in your mind. Like,
Oh
you
my
don't.
goodness.
And it just comes out like you like, where this come from? Whoa. It just comes out. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. All right. So the last question in this section is, do you get the impression that sex is bad? And like, where did you get the impression, if you have that? Other than, I know everybody watched the Michael Todd thing, so like, well, maybe I didn't, because he talks about it. But like, yeah, but like before that, like, who originally was the one telling you about sex that gave you this like whatever impression that you have on it?
Honestly, the impression that it's good, because like if you're watching everything that the world is doing, they're praising it. So
Yeah.
That's true.
But like you also know it's good, but you also know that it's bad, because you wouldn't go to your parents like, oh yeah, I did this. Like so you know it's bad. You know you think it's bad because you won't go to your parents with that topic. But like I think that's where like knowing, like trying to hide it. I think that's when I kind of knew that it like you might think that it's bad because you're trying to hide it, or because like your parents. Like in church, like still don't do that. Like it's like,
if it was so good, you wouldn't have to hide it.
you know what I learned recently? Like I didn't know this before, but like there's like soul ties, spiritual stuff, and then like apparently like if your partner is like struggling with some certain things, they can be like transferred kind of.
Yes,
like I never knew that.
Yeah,
That's
I witnessed this firsthand because I dealt with a couple of my friends. Like this is in college, so we was already grown, but like I wasn't trying to be involved sexually with anybody on campus. On campus is really hard. If you ever go on campus, pray every single day. Don't skip. Say that. It's crazy out there. But no, I watched one of my friends. We came in together, and she was so on fire for Christ. Like, I mean, I literally, the only reason we were close was because of that. I'm like, dang, we about to. I came in, you know Christ, I know Christ. You raised in church, I was raised in church, but you don't even care about the church. You care about God, and that's so rare. Like, you barely find people that don't care about impressing other people. Like, in Christ, they always want to look good in church, but they don't care about their soul. But this girl did, and I was like, bro, we can grow in Christ together. She freshman year got involved with this guy, and he wasn't bad by any means. He just didn't know Christ. And certain things that he struggled with, generational curses that he struggled with, which we both, like, we had identified, because she was like me when it comes to praying and asking God to unveil her eyes to see him. He showed her a couple things. She was fully aware, but she still got involved sexually with this person. And the shift was crazy. Like, I watched her literally start to, like, battle, like, fight his spiritual battles became her spiritual battles as well. And I was like, that's so crazy. Like, everything that I just learned about soul ties, I watched, and it was weird. But
I have enough fun fighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's also me. Like, too much. I need to fight on my own.
Like, I got my own demons.
Yeah, like, and it's hard when the other person, the partner, is not fighting too. Like, if they're not saved and you're the only one that knows what's happening, bro, the battle is like, it feels like all the demons are just after you because they comfortable with their demons. They live with them. They got their doors wide open. Like, they don't care. But yeah, there are soul ties. They real.
And then I also learned that it's not only like soul ties don't there's like emotional ties and like different type of ties that you can get. It don't even have to be like just sexually. You can get like emotionally attached to someone. That's crazy.
It's more than crazy. It makes you want to like
there are
be
also,
careful. Like,
there are also like godly emotional ties, like healthy emotional ties.
Yes, they are. That's what David had with John. What's his best friend, Jonathan?
I think it was Jonathan.
It was. Yes. Nene was about to laugh at him like his name was Jonathan.
No, I was like trying not to say nothing stupid.
Yeah, no, his best friend.
Oh, who was that? What was that
he
story?
He had a tie with him.
What was that story when it was the mom, a girlfriend, her husband had something happen to her husband. She was following the mom.
That's Ruth.
Naomi. Yes, that was a healthy. Sorry, that was a healthy emotional tie. That was good. That was good. Okay. Yeah,
there are healthy ones.
That was good. I learned that. I was like, wow.
What happens in Christ? But yeah, let's go back to that. Your impression of sex and whether it's good or bad. So the world was telling you good. You kind of figured that it's not that good because you can't talk to your parents about it, right? But what did the church tell you? Like, what did your Sunday school teachers or like the people that you saw as leaders tell you?
Wait till marriage. Don't.
You can be honest.
Don't do that. Just wait till marriage. I actually like. I think we had. I don't want to be wrong, but I think Mommy had spoke about something before. I think she spoke about something before, and she had said that like don't. She said wait till marriage. That's what I remember.
Wait, hold on.
The flag.
Yes, like what the heck? Okay.
I think it was either at a Bible study like a long time ago, Bible study, or like I don't remember, but I remember her like saying that. And then I was like, okay, so we have to wait till marriage. Then I just
and that was it.
That's the thing, like they don't really talk about it. It's just like, just wait till marriage.
That's
So
like
it's
it's
like
just
why?
expected of you.
Yeah.
Like just explain
wait
like
till
why.
They don't really
And like
care.
some kids that like don't want to listen, like they just rebel on purpose. Like God, she said don't wait till marriage, ha, and then they're like, it's like what are you doing? But
Well, also the thought of like waiting till marriage, it's like that's a long time.
It is.
Like, I don't know. What if I never get married?
It's like you put a limit. Like I feel like you put a limit on some people. Some people put a limit on themselves. Like they're like, well, what if I die tomorrow? God forbid. What if I die tomorrow? Then I'm not gonna be able to experience that. So let me just experience that now because you never know your time. You
I feel
never
like we
know.
praise that too much.
Right.
Like,
And that's why so many people are just like, all right, let's just rush it. Like let's just YOLO. Like So it's like, let's just rush it.
But yeah, it's not. They idolize it. Is
Yeah.
what they do. They make sex into this like, oh, it's so precious. It's so good. Like, girl, get your life. Like, it's really not all that. The relationship matters more than just the act. The relationship is where the value is at. So, and even the relationship, sometimes they praise marriage. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna wear this white dress and they idolize and they worship their thoughts about marriage. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. And God is jealous. He don't like that. So if y'all doing that, just stop. Just stop. Do y'all think about marriage?
Yeah.
Like how? Like what do you think about marriage?
I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's cute.
I think I can't wait for somebody in my family to get married so I can look cute again.
That's true. Actually, yes. I think I look at other people like, oh, they're cute more than I think of like myself. I'm like, oh, they're so cute, but like for myself, I don't think I really be like.
And when I think of marriage, I just be like, okay, they get like that. The only time I think of marriage is like when somebody like propose, like in my family, I'm like, they ride again. I know. I just be so, I'm like, okay, you know, like I feel like
I think that's healthy. That's healthy. To just think about marriage in that aspect instead of like we talked about idolizing marriage, because they do that. So what is dating and courting, and who told you this information? Even though I kind of just explained.
Yeah, you did.
But like, let's talk about dating then, because y'all knew about that before.
Repeat the question. What was the question again?
What is dating?
Okay,
And where did you get this information?
You good.
I think I first heard of this like Disney Channel, like type stuff.
like the shows?
Yeah, through shows, because I didn't hear about it like in a church. Maybe for me personally, because I didn't really go to Sunday school that often, so I didn't really hear of it through the church. So I just saw it on TV.
The funny thing is that like this whole type of like sex, masturbation, and all of this type of stuff, purity, it's like I don't hear it from like nobody like come to me and like talk about it. It's like I hear it probably like from school and like TV shows, and that's when I'm like, okay, so this is what it is.
This is what's
like,
happening.
Yeah, like dating is like I'm in school and I like that's when I see like these little kids, middle schoolers, dating and stuff, and then you see it like on TV, Disney Channel, see movies, and this is what dating, and then like propose and then marry. It's like I see it. Nobody came to me like and spoke about
But I
it
still
for
feel
real.
like I don't know the full clear definition. Like I feel like I kind of made it in my head what it is. Like
that's true. Yeah.
Like, oh, you think this person cute? Oh, they dating now. Like
yeah.
What is dating? They don't even know what dating is. Like what is dating?
Yeah, they probably don't even know too. Like like how y'all learned it, probably how the people who are dating probably learned it off Disney Channel. They like, all right, well I see Selena Gomez do it, so let's try it.
And the funny thing is now, like, it's like right now in this generation, it's like talking. It's like now it's like we're talking, and that's when
then you
date, and then it's like it's weird. It's usually like sometimes like you get to know the person after that. If we like them, back and then they'd be like, okay, you want to be my girlfriend, but now it's just like. They just talking. Like talking is like dating.
It can take
like,
forever.
It can take forever.
And they're like, no, we're not together. We're just talking.
It's like
we're
right
talking.
Now, like,
They made even more blurred lines.
Yeah,
like even more confusion.
Just
all right.
It's like no, now we're in entanglement. Like
yo, you play too much.
Like what are we in?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god.
Oh my talking.
But like, would you be surprised? Like, would you be surprised that dating and the words dating, courting, boyfriend, girlfriend type stuff, that's not in the Bible. That's stuff like the world came up with. So like the Bible goes from being single to being married. And I've talked about this before. Like it literally goes from being in your parents' house to being in your house with your spouse. That's literally the stages of life go like that. But somewhere in between there, the world came up with dating, talking, courting, all the extra stuff, and that's where people stay, and they get real confused, but they stay right there, and they never get to the marriage that God was talking about. Have you seen like good examples of marriage in your life?
I have. You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like like I've seen what like what they put out and what I can see, what they let me see.
Mhm.
I feel like it's a good relationship. So I feel like I've seen
very
some.
few healthy relationships, healthy marriages.
Mm-hmm. I think I've seen a few too.
Yeah.
I didn't count on my hand. I
Me
didn't count on
too.
2 fingers.
What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the idea is the relationship goals that we see like on social media. It just be pictures, literally. It just be a picture, and people like, I want that. You have no idea.
That is so true.
I
Like,
don't know
It's
how
like-
much comes with like being in a relationship and just like.
but
I
do you
want
think that comes from them not seeing anything in real life because that's all they see it on is social media?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like just pictures
Yeah.
and videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
dang. So all they have to hope for are things that don't exist.
And
It makes
now
me
it's
so
even worse.
sad. I think, like,
Now it's even worse because you got couples everywhere on YouTube and they look
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
They look perfect.
Yo.
So
Like,
it's
Yo, okay. Explain.
No, the thing is like when people be talking like talking about relationships and stuff, they be looking at YouTubers now, and then like now all these YouTubers just breaking up and stuff, getting divorced, and it's just like, and they be like they be talking, they be like, this is not like what they be like, I don't want this to happen, like I don't want to date somebody and then we dating for so long and then we break up, and that's what I feel like it comes up with the talking stage. Because you see YouTubers they dating and you think they so cute and you want this, and then you
but
see
you don't
another
want to
video.
take it far.
Yeah. After that, you see a video that they break up, and it's like, is this like for real? And it's just like it's like sometimes confusing, like
Yeah.
for the people, like it's just weird, like type of.
So then what you do in the talking stage is you take whatever you think was cute, you put it in there, but you don't take the responsibility of actually
committing to the person.
Committing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, since we know that courting and dating and talking and none of that is in the Bible, what do you think God requires of you when it comes to this topic?
I just know that he said to keep your eyes fixed on him, everything else will be added. So I don't know, but I know that when I stay focused on God, he's going to teach me what I need to know. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Before we move on, just the God is going to tell you what to do along the way, but he tells us to do something every single day, and that's to acknowledge him. So when you acknowledge God or you make him a part of every single relationship, even your friends, then you'll know to be intentional about it. So you don't have to wait until, oh, he's a cute God. Like, you don't have to wait until then to pray. You literally should be doing that all the time. Like, I know you're here, Father. Like, I know this person is in my life, and you knew this person was going to be in my life before they got here. So acknowledging him always is going to come in handy when these kinds of things. Stay in the same topic, dating. But dating through like social media and social apps and stuff like that. Do you think that should be normalized in the church? Because there was some commercials I saw for like Christian dating. Not even Christian Mingle. They made another one. It was like, I just want someone to do the same thing as me. Like, it was a commercial talking about her faith. And she was like, that's why I downloaded this. And I was like,
God.
yo, so should that be normalized? Like, because there's more than just Christian Mingle now. Like, there's more apps. So do you think that's a go for the body of Christ?
No, I feel
What
like
is it
that's
called?
not healthy.
It's called Faith, the app.
I don't feel like that's like healthy, like normal, like that's not the way life is. What if we didn't have no phones? Like, what were you gonna do then? No internet, none of that. Like, what were you gonna do? That's just weird. Like, that's not how it's supposed to go. Like, I don't know.
So you don't think it's possible at all?
No, it's possible. It's possible, guys like this, your husband on here, like, go on the app, find a husband. But like, I feel like, I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I just feel like,
It's just like now, it's just like technology. You know how people just, everything is just based on like on the internet. Like, how, as we see like relationship on the internet and stuff, and that's what we
and
like.
they probably
think
lying,
it
like,
is
let me just
stuff.
put everything in my description, so
Yeah.
she might like it.
I
But
feel
I
like
don't
we're
know.
relying on technology way too much.
What do you think about the idea of posting your person on Instagram, on social media? Do you think, because some people feel like if I'm dating you or whatever, we're talking, you have to post me. Others feel like, no. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like if your relationship is based off of posts, like that's
You know,
not
the funny
right.
thing is, like, now, when people think that if your, like, significant other don't post you, is like, they hiding something. They don't, it's like, oh my gosh, they not posting me and stuff. It's like, some people, like, really rely on that. Like, if my significant other don't post me, that means, like, he not really into me.
Wow.
It's just, like, it's crazy. Like, people really, like, think that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I really don't.
Do you think it matters?
No, I feel like it doesn't make
Personally.
sense to do that until like you're like really
Like,
serious.
yeah.
Cause like you're gonna look dumb posting all these
If
things.
y'all break it
Yeah.
up, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Now,
the
like,
thing.
everybody done seen that.
Yeah, it's like
stuff.
when you like people right now, like I in my my generation like of kids is like if my boyfriend don't post me, that means he don't really like me and stuff, and it's like y'all just started talking, like why do you want him to like post you and stuff, and it's just like it's weird, but I don't think I don't feel like it matters. I don't know.
It's some girls
yeah.
that say they don't say like he doesn't like me, but there's some girls that will say like if you're not posting me, who else are you not posting?
Yeah, that's
Oh, they probably think they
yeah,
hide
they
Yeah.
hiding something or like yeah.
It's weird.
I feel like people
Yo.
who think like that aren't stable enough to be in a relationship.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
ma'am. I
Yes.
definitely agree. Like if it matters so much, you probably should not be.
Yeah,
you
like-
should probably should not be in a relationship. Get to
Mhm.
know yourself, right?
But I mean, if you like really serious and y'all about to marry, I mean, like, if you want to post them, all right, like post them. But like, if that means that much to you, whether they post you or not, like that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's the real issue, like within yourself too. Like, why does that matter if they post you or not? I feel like that doesn't.
But what if like he just proposed to you
Oh, and didn't post.
and you posted up your ring and like and he didn't post up nothing?
Let me stop. But
Yeah,
that's not funny.
I would feel some type of way.
Me too. Yeah, I think that's the point where I like
It matters. It matters the type of person, because people
Yeah.
have social media and don't really be on it.
Yeah,
Don't post nothing.
yeah.
It's like it just be old pictures from like years back. But like if you update your social media every time and you didn't post me, bro, get out,
I'm
get out,
like,
bro.
What?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's max. That's
Yeah.
max.
That's max.
Oh my goodness! I hope that didn't happen to nobody.
If it were
That would break a whole
Like you
relationship.
posting and stuff, and then his thing is just blinking other stuff. You
I've
just
seen
be
that.
recording other stuff. I'm
I've
like,
seen that because I'm
that's
like,
true. I
I've seen
have.
like one person in the relationship like post hella pictures of them, and they tag the person. I go on the person, they tag them, no pictures. I'm like,
I can be like, oh my
something's
gosh,
off.
It's off.
Something's off. That's weird. That's weird. But I heard like they be sneaky and like they got side chicks, so they don't be posting like.
Yeah, that's what people think.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why people want them to post them. Like I don't know.
Yeah, if you don't post them, you have another side
But
chick.
I personally rather it be private. Like
Yeah, private first, me and you.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like y'all won't see me post nobody
like my
until,
family and my close friends.
until we
Yeah.
the wedding day. Y'all gonna see pictures of us like the wedding day.
What she get?
Like that's it. Like I don't
It
think
was
I'm gonna
low-key.
do like
Yeah.
Like the people who are in my life who need to know will know.
Mhm.
Yeah, wouldn't
But
know.
I feel like not everybody on
Everybody
social
is-
media needs to know.
Yeah, I don't think
And that's when everything just, it's just not it.
Yeah.
When people start talking about stuff,
Yes,
drama,
and it's
like
not it.
nah.
Whew. Oh wow. Okay, that's it. Any more questions? The last one was, do you have any words of wisdom that you would like to give the middle school girls that just graduated and are about to go to high school?
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Stay to yourself. Ignore everything else.
Like
Okay.
yes, stay true to yourself, because stuff you just graduate middle school, and it's like I don't know, but I feel as though I'm mature, I'm mature than some of these the kids in my school. So right now, when you first graduate middle school, it's freshman year, you're still kind of into it, but it's you need to stay true to yourself and know what you believe in. Don't think that what other people is doing is what you need to do. You don't let that reflect you.
I feel like it's really easy to do that.
Yeah.
You first coming into high school, you trying to look for an example. What should I
Yeah.
do now? and then everybody around you is doing
All
wrong
types
thing.
of things, yeah.
They all doing
wrong.
the wrong thing. So
Like-
at that point, just close your eyes. Don't look at none of that. Just focus on yourself. And focus
You know, it
on
might be
what's going
tempting, but you know, no.
It's easier said than done. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's true.
But
It
I
is.
say like keep focusing on yourself and like know yourself.
Yes.
Know yourself before like you go out there and like cherry pick everything. Like know yourself. Because I feel like in high school, like you tend to like pick off everyone, and then at the end, like I'm done with high school, and I'm like, it's like the weight lifted off of me. I'm like, whoa, like I know who I am, and I'm like, but I didn't know that. Like I didn't know that, and I was like just conforming it to everything, and it's like that's crazy.
Like know who you are, like
Know what you like.
Yeah, I keep that about myself because like it was more so in like middle school, like 6th grade kind of, maybe a little bit freshman year. I was kind of like I wasn't really myself. You know, you see everybody else and like there's little subtle things about you that kind of change. Like you're trying to act like everybody else a little bit, you know? You really gotta like watch for yourself because like sometimes it's subconscious.
Yeah, that's
You don't even notice.
yeah.
Let's end this video here. Thank you guys for watching this video of Girl Talk, and we'll see you next time. Stay blessed.
Bye.